In this lesson, we cover how to use avatars for animation. Not all avatars can be used for animation. It has to be an animated avatar. This means that the avatar needs a human model that has a rig, and it has to be paired with keyframes of the animation. Keyframes are all the important frames that contain information about the start and end points of an action. In this case, the animation keyframes are all the different poses of the avatar that the animation sequence contains. For example, we have Olivia, which is paired with the jogging animation sequence. Each of the poses Olivia goes into for this animation sequence is considered a keyframe. In VStitcher, avatars like Oliver and Olivia can be animated. We already have existing animation sequences available for these two avatars, which can be selected and utilized from this drop-down bar. We view the entire animation sequence by clicking the play button. If a record button is displayed instead, it is likely that the avatar in the 3D window is already dressed or a clip has been loaded. We undress the avatar to view the whole animation sequence selected. We can also generate animation sequences and import them here. The supported file formats to import are FBX and MDD. FBX files can be added to a loaded FBX avatar like Olivia and Oliver. MDD files can be added to a loaded OBJ avatar, which is likely to come from an external source such as DAZ3D. These animation sequences can be created in external 3D software. For both formats, the prerequisite for a successful import process is that the imported sequence contains the same avatar geometry. It is recommended to use the services of a professional 3D artist to create an avatar for animation. Without access to a professional 3D artist, there are several online sites where we can acquire a rigged model and generate keyframes. For example, we can purchase the Genesis 2 and 3 male and female avatars from DAZ3D and use those avatars in Mixamo to generate animation keyframes. A link to these websites is included in the lesson summary section. In such cases, we need to ensure that the avatars are in their basic form and do not include any additional elements such as hair, shoes, and so on. Let us share how we can use Olivia or Oliver to generate a new animation sequence in Mixamo. Firstly, we require a valid Adobe account, and then we log in to Mixamo. Secondly, we require the FBX file for Oliver or Olivia. These are included for you in the download section. Let's use Olivia for this example. We go to the animation section on the Mixamo website. Next, we click on Upload Character and select the FBX file by dragging the file into the Dropbox. We follow the instructions of the screen to set the orientation and place the markers on the body. This section is very similar to setting up anchor points in VStitcher. Once it has loaded, we can browse through the animations available and load one to view. For example, we can click on Warming Up. Now the animation sequence is loaded in the 3D viewer. We adjust the sequence as we like using the sliders. For example, to adjust the speed, the arm space, or the length of the animation. When picking an animation sequence, we want to try to avoid sequences where the avatar collides with itself. For instance, if the arm rubs against the bust as it moves, we may need to adjust the arm space to be wider. This is because we want to avoid the garment from colliding with the avatar during the animation. Once we have the sequence we want, we can download. This creates an FBX file output. Now we ensure Olivia is loaded in the 3D window and add in the FBX file. Let's view the whole sequence. In the Avatars pane, we also have an option to import avatars from the cloud. Here we have the Animated Avatars folder and the Meshcapade Animated Avatars. Meshcapade has integrated with Browseware and provides users with these animated avatars, which can be seamlessly imported into VStitcher. We can click one of the avatars and view the animation sequence available. If we would like to use this avatar, then we can download it by clicking the download icon at the corner of the screen. Once it is downloaded, we can click Yes to import and load it into the 3D window. Now we can play the animation sequence by clicking the play button. Another thing about avatars, there is usually a big difference in the visuals of an avatar in the 3D window and an avatar after it has been ray trace rendered. We recommend previewing the final look of the avatar in the preview window first before rendering the animation. More information about creating, exporting, and rendering animation will be covered in a separate lesson. And that is how we utilize avatars for animation. For more information, visit our Help Center at support.browseware.com.